What is going on, everybody? And today is a very special day. Today is the day the game Rare Replay has come out for the Xbox One. And I really don't think you will find a better gaming deal than this right here. 30 games for 30 bucks. 30 games from one of my favorite developers of all time. Now, it's unfortunate that there are a lot of rare games that couldn't be in this collection due to obvious reasons, but this is still a very good steal. If you have an Xbox One, there really is no excuse to pick this up. I mean, you're talking about $1 a game. So, I figured in this video I would go over the games that are actually in this collection and give you my brief thoughts on basically the entire game selection here. And not only that, the intro for this is probably one of the most awesome gaming intros I've ever seen, and I also wanted to share that with you guys, and I will not talk during the intro because you just have to see it to believe it. So, alright, let's get this started.
It's a merry play, we're here to say, get ready for an all-star show. There's 30 games in our hall of fame, because it's fast, let's hurry up and go. The dark beast loves a fight in store for pimples, it's a dash. Cooper scrub and coolies while Conquer grabs the cash. Jetman scorches aliens with heat on his jetpack. There's buildings to demolish and they're mounting to attack. It's a merry play, and don't dismay, if you play it through these games before. We guarantee there's more to see. A pass, as pass, to vigilance galore. Joanna's got a wanted villain squarely in her sights. The Saber Man becomes a werewolf every single night. Jeff off.
We're almost ready, tightened in the lights.
Let's get on your candy, your pinatas, all the games you know. We blew our budgets on the song just so you can play them all. It's a merry play, a grand display for players as of old and new. Over 30 years of laughs and cheers, hooray, hooray, it's time for the replay.
I thank you.
Now, wasn't that a freaking awesome intro? That was just so freaking awesome in my opinion. So, let's take a look at some of these games. So you can also do snapshots here, so you can take screenshots and stuff. It's pretty cool. And there's a lot of behind-the-scenes exclusive bonus videos that they have for this as well, so I'll definitely be looking forward to checking that out. But let's look at the games. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer. It just, for whatever reason, when I record, my computer just goes haywire for some reason. It sounds like it's going to explode, so I have no idea why. But anyway, a lot of these games were actually came out before I was even born, so I have never even played some of these games. Like, now, Jetpack here, I actually played this, and some of you might remember this. It was on Donkey Kong 64, and this was actually in the game, and you actually had to play this game to get a rare coin to unlock the get 100% completion in the game. So I actually did play this. I mean, I don't know if the version in Donkey Kong 64 is different from this one. I don't know, so we'll have to find out. Lunar Jetman, I've never heard of this before. Looks like some type of racing game. ATAC, I guess that's how you pronounce it. It looks kind of weird. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, so. Saberwolf. Now I wonder, did they actually get Saberwolf from Killer Instinct? Did they actually take that name from this game? Because it it's pronounced the same exact way, so I'm wondering if there's a correlation there. I wonder. Underworld. It looks interesting. Oh, look. A little 8-bit guy hovering up in a bubble. It's pretty cool. Oh, there he goes. He's dead. Night Lore. A lot of fantasy games from the mid-80s, it looks like. Gun Fright. I guess this is one of those shooting games. Kind of like in, what was that game in Back to the Future? Lone Gunman? I wonder if that's kind of like that. Slalom. I think I might have heard of this game. It sounds very familiar. Then again, the first skiing game I actually played was on the old Windows. Was it the Ski Free? That's like the first skiing game I ever played. And that game was hard as shit, so. RC Pro-Am. I have definitely seen this game. Oh, look, it was released the same year I was born. There's a little fun fact there. I have seen this game. I have never personally played it, but I have definitely seen this game. Cobra Triangle. Yeah, I've never heard of this game. It does look pretty cool, though. You got a dragon and a speedboat. It does look pretty cool. I do have to say that. Snake Rattle and Roll. I have vaguely heard of this game. I never seen any footage of it, but I've heard of the name before. Solar Jetman. I have never heard of this whatsoever, and it came out in the 90s. I have never heard of this game. Same thing with this game, Digger T-Rock. I've never heard of this game either. And they came out around the time I started playing games, so it's kind of weird I'd never seen them. Or even heard of them. Now, I've definitely heard of this game. And this game's probably one of the main reasons people picked this up. Battletoads. What a classic. What a hard classic, though. This game is one of the hardest games ever made. I still have not beaten this game to this day. I think I've gotten past the Turbo Tunnel one time, but then I died on, I think it was the level right after it, the snow level. That's as far as I've ever gotten, and when you play this game in co-op, it's even harder, because you can actually hurt each other in co-op. So, ironically, you would think co-op would be easier, but not in this game. So, definitely look forward to be playing this again. Now, I wonder if this actually has online co-op. Because I look at the back of the box here, and it actually has Xbox Live players and co-op. So, I wonder if some of these games actually do have online play. I wonder if this is one of them. We'll have to find that out. RC Pro-Am 2, the sequel. Battletoads Arcade. I have never actually seen this. Even though I played the original Battletoads game, even though I played the original Battletoads game, I have never seen this. I'm wondering, since it's called Battletoads Arcade, I'm wondering if it's arcade only? And I've been to a lot of arcades growing up, and I've never seen it. Or maybe I have and I just don't remember, so that should be interesting to check out. Killer Instinct Gold. I played the hell out of the original Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. And just in case anyone's wondering, the original Killer Instinct is actually available on Xbox One. It's a separate purchase. It actually came out around the time the Xbox One launched. So the first Killer Instinct is actually on Xbox One, in case anyone was wondering. In case anyone was wondering, they skipped over it. But I never played Killer Instinct Gold. For some reason, it flew under my radar. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. Blast Corps. I've heard of this game, never played it, but I've definitely heard of this game, so I'm definitely going to try that out. And as you can see, coming up, here comes Banjo-Kazooie, one of my most favorite games of all time. If you have not played this game yet, you are doing a disservice to yourself. Go play this game, whether it's on Xbox 360, it's available on Xbox Live Arcade on the 360, or if you just happen to pick up this Rare Replay. Play this game. This should be the first game you play. Screw all the other games, this should be the first game you play. You have to play this game at least once in your life. I'm telling you. Listen to me. So, I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game for the millionth time and 100%ing it for the millionth time. And I'll be getting some new achievements along the way, or at least I'm assuming. Jet Force Gemini. I never got the chance to play this game. For some reason, something about it never really got me interested in it. I definitely saw it in Nintendo Power, because back then, Nintendo Power was like my only source of any gaming information, or Game Pro, or any other gaming magazine I could get my hands on. It was mostly Nintendo Power, because I actually had a subscription to Nintendo Power. I didn't really have a subscription to any other magazine. So it's just, for some reason, I just never really picked this game up, or just never played it. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying it out. The funny thing about this is that the first time I actually saw this game was in Banjo-Tooie. There's a poster of it in Bottles' house. So, Perfect Dark. Once again, another game I just never really got around to playing. I think mostly it had to do with the fact that when I first saw it, it looked like, to me, it was just a GoldenEye knockoff, or was very similar to GoldenEye, because back then I was addicted to GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. And I would look at Perfect Dark and I was like, why should I play this game when I have GoldenEye? That was my mindset. So, I never got around to playing this, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. And of course, the sequel to one of the best games of all time. I personally think the first game is slightly better than Banjo-Tooie, but this is still an excellent game, and you should definitely play it. Play it now. So I'm definitely looking forward to 100%ing this game again. Conker's Bad Fur Day. This is a very controversial game here. This was one of the few rated M games on the Nintendo 64, and this is just my personal opinion, but I think this was the game that caused Nintendo to basically say, Rare, we don't want to have you on anymore, and we're pretty much just going to let Microsoft buy you out. Because back then, Nintendo was kind of going into a more of a kiddie direction with their games. Or at least that's how I see it. And this game is rated M for a reason. So if you have not played this game yet, you will eventually see why once you start playing this. And another fun fact here is that this is the actual original Conker's Bad Fur Day that was on the Nintendo 64. They actually remade this game on the original Xbox. It was called Conker Live and Reloaded. And I actually played that for a little bit. And I had no idea that this was basically this game. I just figured it was a new Conker game. And I got it right around the time I got the original Xbox, and I was like, well, I never got a chance to play Bad Fur Day. I am not going to pass up the opportunity to play this Conker game. So I played it, but I had no idea that I was basically playing the same game. But I didn't get very far in it. So this will definitely be overall a new experience for me. Grabbed by the Ghoulies, I've heard of it, and never got around to playing it. So that should be interesting to see how that game turns out. Same thing with Cameo, just never got around to playing it. I always thought it looked interesting, it's just for some reason I just never picked it up. So, Perfect Dark Zero. Same thing with this, but I have heard that this actually isn't as good as the original Perfect Dark, so that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't go for this. So, I don't know if I'm actually going to play this on here. Viva Pinata, I've never been interested in Viva Pinata, so I probably won't be checking this out. Because I did play the original when it came out. I think I borrowed it from someone, and I just didn't get into it, so. Jetpack Refueled. I'm guessing it's a sequel to the original Jetpack game. I didn't know there was a sequel, so I guess I'll check this out. Basically what I said about Viva Pinata, we'll just repeat here. Oh god, no. Oh god. Not this game. This game is a disgrace to the Banjo-Kazooie name. I can't recommend this whatsoever because it's nothing like a Banjo-Kazooie game. If you're looking for a Banjo-Kazooie experience, you will not find it here. Now, unfortunately, this game actually is kind of creative. It does have a lot of creative ideas. To me, this game seems more like it was Minecraft before Minecraft in a way, because you could create... Basically, your creativity was limitless when it comes to creating the vehicles in this game. I compare it to Minecraft, so some of you might disagree with that comparison, but that's how I see it. But as a Banjo-Kazooie game, this is terrible. So if you're looking for a Banjo-Kazooie experience, you're not going to get it here. I'm just telling you right now. So, alright, that's all the games that seem to be here. So, I definitely recommend you picking this game up. I mean, you can't argue with the price. 30 games for $30. You can't really argue with that. Especially if you... I personally think just like 3 or 4 of these games is worth $30. So, if you have an Xbox One and you loved previous Rare games, or if you've never played a lot of these games before, I highly recommend you picking up this collection. So, alright, that's about it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time.